Hello, I'm Adam, and in this video I want to show you a high quality 20S charger for your scooter, bike or anything. And what I heard, WATE company is making high quality power adapters, and there is a nice modification that we can do. Okay, so let's unbox it and let's see what we've got. And we've got product specification. Read before using product. As you can see, we can have some plugs, charger shell, how does it looks like, product advantages, whatever, and nothing special. Oh, they give me a fuse, which is 250 volt, 15 amp. Interesting. And the charger. Oh, so there is a fuse and is one already installed. Yeah, but this is a DC fuse, 30 amp fuse and 250 volt rating. LED 1, LED 2, great. What else? And yeah, on and off, nothing special. And as we can see, it's 84 volt 10 amp charger, which has input, of course, 200 volts and yeah, 10 amps. And we can see LED 1 red power on, LED 2 red charging, LED 2 green is charge. Okay, simple as that. And yeah, I went with XT60 plug, as you can see, and yeah, we've got it. Pretty thick cable, and but inside we've got 2 times 1.5 square millimeter, so okay, it's acceptable. What's interesting about this charger? We need to disassemble it, and I will tell you. Okay, and if we take a closer look, what we can see? Well, big components, a lot of components, and it looks way better. And even take a look on the solders, those looks fine. So yeah. Even the grounding is connected. I'm surprised. But what's the most interesting in this? We've got 3 potentiometers, and what they can do, that I have to figure out, to be honest. And okay, after some investigations, I realized that this is VR2, and this potentiometer is responsible for voltage adjustment. Of course, we've got fixed range, which I will check from curiosity. So the default is 84 volt. Let's try to screw it all the way. And as you can see, voltage is increasing. So as you can see, I've got 88 volt, so I've got the 21S. Okay, so to be honest, I will stop at 100 volts, but this is nice. You must say that, yeah? Because I have no idea what capacitors are used, so I don't want to go way over spec. But okay, from the another side, okay. Lowest is 80 volts and highest was 100, and I'm afraid of going further. Okay, so we can set it to nice 84, because why not? Yes. Okay, so and now we've got 2 remaining potentiometers, and I saw there is a marking. Okay, this is VR1 and this is VR3, and VR3 responsible for triggering the green LED. So it's moment when charge is considered as finished, and VR1 is power limit for this charger. And this is pretty important thing, because now I have to connect my scooter and we'll see, but we've got their potentiometer. But how about reading now the resistance of current setting, which should equal to 10 amps, because that's how the charger is specified. And how about having a button, a switch with resistance that if we've got, for example, 5 amp setting or 10 amp setting? Because in my case I've got GT1 which has 45 amp hours capacity, so the 10 amp will be welcome for 4 hours charging. But I've got G3 Max which has 20 amp hours battery, so the 10 amp would be let's say acceptable, but it's fast charging, and when you need fast charging in very limited times, yeah. Okay, I'm done, and oh my gosh, to be honest, it takes too much time. And yeah, first problem, I need to find a switch. I found one, but okay, find 60mm drill bit. Good luck. Then I found a very small switch. Okay, great. How do I make a hole, square hole for this? Very tiny. Anyway, and the last thing was getting the resistors, the voltage divider correct combination. Oh my gosh. And finally, I've managed that, but I've got the switch that has only 2 connects. So it's normally open, and simply saying I'm connecting it when I'm pressing it. So what happened there? I removed the first potentiometer, then I replaced it using 3 resistors in series, as you can see, and those are giving like 630 ohms, which equals 10 amps. And also additionally I got black and red cable which goes to the switch, and on the black cable there is additional 2 resistors which are around 600 ohms. It's connected to the switch. So how it will work? Normally when it's turned off, these resistors are only the thing that is connected, and it makes 10 amps. And when I switch the button, those resistors are connected in a parallel connection, so it works like connecting 2, in my case 3 and 2 resistors in parallel. So the resistance divides by, yeah, there is a explanation, whatever. It divides and gives me 5 amps. That's theory. I've checked it previously, but okay. And that's my solution for the switch, because I just didn't have a way to put it anywhere else, and I think it's pretty nicely done. I hot glued it to don't let it move for sure. Anyway, it was pretty hard, but yeah, just for sure. And there, as you can see, there is a hot glue also to don't let it move. So I would say it could be fine. And as you can see, we've got 10 amps. Now I press magic button and we've got 5 amps. Great, but I spent too much time on this thing. But yeah, benefits of that. I've got let's say slow charge mode, which in this case is around 4 hours. And I don't stress the charger, so benefits, yes. That was the only reason for me to don't overheat the charger, to be honest.